Coming from the information, SoftBank Altimeter D1 to invest in Thrive Holdings and for $2 billion of financing. So now we are getting to the phase of the AI bubble where things start to get really nasty, right? If companies are unwilling to buy your garbage product, I guess it's time to start buying those companies to force your products down their gullets. So this is one of the weird things that I find with this whole AI revolution is we are informed day after day after day how valuable artificial intelligence is. We all know that AI is so valuable. At the exact same time, we don't really use AI very much for valuable tasks. At the exact same time, we hear companies like Accenture. So Accenture is a global consulting company. They've been shoving AI down their clients' throats for the past couple of years, and they're hearing from their clients' executives that the clients see no real value out of artificial intelligence. And this is what is so bizarre about this bubble. We're told these companies are worth trillions of dollars and the total addressable market is $28 trillion and all this kind of stuff. At the exact same time, we do not actually see value creation, right? I remember 56K modems and the internet, with people starting to use the internet. By and large, you didn't have to overly convince people to use the internet. You didn't overly have to convince people to use email. Look, the old timers, don't get me wrong. Oh, email with 80-year-olds back in the 90s, that was a pain in the ass. But look, any new technology is going to be a pain in the ass with the old timers, right? But if you dealt with the college kids, if you dealt with the professional classes, there was not a huge pushback against email. There wasn't a huge, inability to accept websites and that type of thing. When broadband came down the pike, DSL connections and cable internet, everybody wanted it. Remember iPhones and Android devices, everybody wanted it. And now we're told with artificial intelligence, this is amazing. Everybody should want it. And people just don't. Like the value proposition simply has not been shown. And so the problem that Anthropic is dealing with, the problem that OpenAI is dealing with, the problem the investors in those companies is dealing with is the uptake of these technologies and the value customers put on these technologies in no way, shape, or form leads to trillion-dollar valuations. It just doesn't make sense. And so what we saw with Anthropic and OpenAI is basically they went into, I think both of them went into it, but they went into agreements with private equity firms. So private equity firms are kind of like financial institutions that buy companies, right? So they go in, like here in Asheville, apparently all of our vets are actually owned by private equity firms. Anyways, so the private equity firms buy these standalone companies, and the idea is that they try to extract as much profit out of these standalone companies as possible. And so, right, the private equity firms got in bed with the AI companies to what appears to be happening. Again, let me just say this is what appears to be happening is that the private equity firm forces the companies that they own to purchase licenses from the AI companies or tokens or whatever, purchase services from the AI companies. The AI companies then provide the private equity firm directly with a commission for the sales that are being done by the companies that the private equity firms own. Right? That is a hell of a thing. And so what it looks like is happening now with this whole Thrive Holdings $2 billion financing deal is it looks like this is going to be another financing company that is going to go and it's going to buy things like accounting firms and that type of deal, and then force those firms to use artificial intelligence. And this is what I want you to understand with how nefarious and how disgusting this artificial intelligence hype is. Look at how much AI is being forced down the throats of users. Go back, if you've been in the technology world for a little while, Go back for the mobile phone revolution, the app revolution. Think about the the broadband revolution. Think about the personal computer revolution. Think about the internet revolution. Think about these previous periods in technology history, and how people were clamoring. They were actually desperate to want this technology. And now look at this artificial intelligence fraud and realize how much of the AI is simply being shoved down people's gullets because it's not about the value AI provides. It's not about how AI is going to make a damn thing better for any of us. It's because these horrible, vile people desperately need their trillions of dollars of valuation. So we're going to see more and more of this, right? This is where we see more of the insanity in the AI world. I've talked about this before with NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is now doing this thing with startup companies where they will provide GPUs and then they will take future revenue. Think about that. If NVIDIA GPUs were in as much demand as we are informed they are, wouldn't they just sell their damn product? Here's our product. Here's the price. Buy it, don't buy it. There's 10 people behind you, right? That is how a truly successful business is run. You don't have to come up with truly bizarre financing games, right? This isn't okay. Here are these GPUs. You can pay us off, X amount over the next 3 years. Like we will just rent or lease the GPUs to you. Maybe that makes sense for NVIDIA to show recurring revenue. If they are a hardware company, investors in that like recurring revenue. Maybe a leasing or subscription program to GPUs. Maybe that is something to put on in their ledgers to say, look, we have a recurring revenue thing. So even if things blow up in the tech sector, we're still going to continue to get money at least for the next few years, right? That again questionable, but at least that would kind of make sense in normal business. No, 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 no. Nvidia is offering GPUs for a future cut in revenue. Does that pass the sniff test? If I go and take a look at this, some of the biggest backers of OpenAI and its rivals are pooling their money in an offshoot of Thrive Capital that buys controlling stakes in accounting and other services firms and aims to transform them with AI. That's the other thing that's dangerous here, right? We talk about SoftBank. As soon as SoftBank walks in the room, you walk the hell out the other side. Nothing should make your ass pucker like SoftBank walking in the room, right? But anyways, one of the things to be thinking about with these trillion-dollar companies, it's really easy to focus on Dario and Sam Altman and Elon Musk, Anthropic and OpenAI. But remember, they have investors behind them. I think SoftBank. Did SoftBank put $60 billion into OpenAI? So not only does Sam Altman need OpenAI to get to that $1 trillion valuation, but OpenAI or SoftBank does too. Remember, Sam Altman has come out and literally stated that anything less than a $1 trillion IPO is a non-starter. Not that he would prefer to IPO at $1 trillion. Not that, oh, there would be some issues if they don't IPO at $1 trillion. Sam Altman has literally said it is a non-starter. They fail if they don't hit $1 trillion valuation. Well, think about that. That's one of the reasons for that is the investors behind OpenAI pushing for that valuation. And so think about this. The backers of OpenAI are now putting money into a fund to get controlling stakes in accounting and services firms to quote unquote transform. Oh, I'm sure these companies are going to get transformed with AI, right? Hey, look at all of these companies integrating AI into their infrastructure. Obviously, AI is valuable. And you're like, yeah, but it's the private equity firms forcing the companies they own to implement it. It's you guys literally buying companies to force them to implement it. The story isn't sounding too good. Thrive Holdings, a one-year-old holding company started by OpenAI investor Thrive Capital, is raising around $2 billion from investors. So Thrive Capital invested in OpenAI, right? Thrive Holdings typically takes controlling stakes in companies that have purchased smaller services business, which the holding company revamps with AI tools. The owners of the rolled up firms retain, quote, meaningful equity in their companies, allowing them to benefit from the AI-enabled growth of their businesses. Kushner said in a June blog post, the initiative is part of a wave of firms loosely modeled on conglomerates like Constellation Software that have pursued roll-ups of traditional businesses, intending to transform them with AI. So yeah, we're gonna get a lot of our smaller companies. They're gonna get transformed with AI. Oh, I can't wait till my vet gets transformed with AI. I mean, I can tell you, since the private equity firm took over my vet, I can I can see the difference. I can see the difference. It's I mean the thought of that being a hyperscale with artificial intelligence. Oh, that's just gonna be phenomenal right there. So yeah, we're gonna see more of this, and it's just the actions that the investors are taking, the actions that the CEOs are taking are showing in bold-faced neon the lie of artificial intelligence. If this garbage was half as valuable as they pretend that it was, they would not have to go through all this rigmarole to get people to buy the crap, right? If these companies were actually worth $1 trillion by any irrational metric, it should be relatively understandable of how you get to that valuation. The fact of the matter is, all of this is garbage. This is garbage basically being foisted off on the population by people using the buzzwords of artificial intelligence and people in positions of authority in the United States being so stupid, right? They have bought into a storyline of Terminator, and they bought into a storyline of all this artificial intelligence crap they've seen in the movies. And they say, well, if you're going to give us that, obviously we need to move forward. It's like, but it's not. It's vector databases, it's embeddings, it's RAG, it's neural networks, it's OCR. It's a lot of truly amazing technology. Don't get me wrong, but it's not what they're selling. And so now they got to shove it down everybody's throats. And this is one of my big concerns with these AI companies getting so much money, right? I talked about that before with SpaceX. One of my big concerns with SpaceX being worth what, $1.1 trillion right now, they're hovering about $150 a share, is they have just brought in so much money, they were able to do things like buy Cursor. So Cursor is an AI-enabled IDE, integrated developer environment, for basically coding. They bought it for $60 billion. 60 for an IDE. Look, I'm not snarking on Cursor. Everything I've heard about Cursor is fine. Not $60 billion fine. But SpaceX has so much money they can do it. And that's one of the things to be thinking about now with these companies, with these massive valuations and just war chests that are insane. OpenAI has gotten something like $150 billion of investment. So there's the valuation, $850 billion, but there's the actual money that's come in is like $160 billion. All that money, so they can go out there and do things like buy companies to force the companies they just buy to buy their garbage product, right? In order to prop up the financial house of cards that they've been creating. And this is why I get just so infuriated with these vile people. Because that's what's going on. The tech's fine. Tech's fine. This crap is garbage. Anyways, what do you think about this? What do you think about OpenAI's investors investing into a fund to purchase accounting and services firms to force those firms to buy OpenAI's dog crap? What do you think? How much does it make your blood boil that these disgusting, vile, perverted, syphilitic pieces of crap, right? This is what they're driving our economy towards. We are not getting cures to disease. We are not solving science. It is shocking how little valuable is actually coming out of this revolution. But you know what they are doing? They are hyper scaling an economic disaster. But anyways, what do you think? Put your thoughts down in the comment section. If you like these episodes, do remember they're on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Link is down below. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.